going? Welcome to the April 2022 Release Over 20 giveaway. Hope everyone's doing well. And this is Dave Flad with Release Over 20. And we had a pretty strong month this month. A lot of releases. I got a few significant things I want to talk about when we get to that point. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce the team. So here's Adam and Carrie. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing good, thanks.
Good, yeah. Thanks for joining in. We have a lot to go over, and I just want to say that I haven't been fishing that much, but I'm living my life vicariously through everyone else that is, and in particular, anglers from Virginia. It's good to see the numbers coming back because I know they had a rough winter. A lot of those hardcore trout anglers kind of laid off and let those fish, just try to survive. But they're back. The fish are still seem to be in pretty good shape, and they're being caught. So it's good to see. But so like we have been doing it as a pattern, we're starting out by featuring one of our sponsors because, as you know, the sponsors are what let us do these giveaways. We're just the lucky ones to be able to act like Santa Claus and give this stuff away. And Carrie is our primary liaison for our sponsors. So I'm gonna turn it over to Carrie and let him talk a little bit about our featured sponsor for this month.
Before I do that, I just want to say that I have all the inventory. So Release Over 20, we rented a storage unit. It's got, it's heated and cooled, and we've got all of our merchandise in there that the sponsors have given us, and we keep really good track of it. We've got it all out in pull-out drawers. We've been working on it for a while now. I've got a PO box that I'm going to be probably in the next 3 days. I'm going to have that up and running. So we're going to have a new address for Release Over 20 for the sponsors to send stuff to us. So having said that, it's pretty cool to walk in that little storage unit and you see all of the stuff and all of the sponsors, and it's fun to pull out the drawers and just see that everybody that's behind this. So I've really enjoyed that process. I'm a hands-on guy. I can't see it on paper. I have to see it in person. And so now I'm taking over that part of the business. So if you all hear, if I reach out to you, it's because we're running low, or maybe I'll just let you know that you're doing good and we still got, plenty of stuff left in stock, but I will reach out. But having said that, our featured sponsor tonight is Vapor Elemental Wear. And Gus has been fantastic to work with. I bought my shirts with my YouTube channel. I bought my shirts through him, and he's so easy to work with, and he does a great job. And Allison reached out to me today. She's the digital marketing manager, and she mentioned that she'd like to do a giveaway in either June or July, where they've got a whole new colors coming out right now for both men and women, in the hoodies and in the long sleeve, just traditional EcoSoul shirts that they've got. And they've got new designs in their gaiters, and got some really cool colors for women. And she wants to do a men's and women giveaway. So it'll be part of this show, probably in the June or the July giveaway. But they've got just a lot of stuff going on. They're very eco-friendly. All of here's what I love about these guys. And the shirts that I bought from them, and I'm pretty sure, David, the shirts that Release Over 20, they're all made from recycled plastic bottles, which, it's really fun to be a part of this whole movement where everybody's into, like, Release Over 20. We're all about, just making sure that the fish are there for our kids, but, they're recycling bottles and making these cool shirts out of them. Just a lot of really, really cool stuff like that. But anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know that coming up is going to be a giveaway And I want to thank Gus and Allison and the guys over there, everybody over there at Vapor Elemental Wear. They've been so good to work with us, and they've given us some fantastic deals on release over 20 hoodies, and we're talking to them now about maybe some different colors and maybe some long sleeves without the hoodies. So we're branching out. That's about all I've got, David.
You had an update on our restocking, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we've got. In fact, Gus, he texted me a couple days ago, so I'm going to pick those up on Friday. If you're in the shop, if not, I'll pick them up tomorrow and give them to Christina.
And just so everyone knows, like, fill them in on what we did there.
Pardon me?
Fill everybody in on what we're doing. What do we restock?
Oh, well, we restocked just the hoodies, like you see right here, the release over 20 hoodies. We were getting low on a lot of those, and we were able to, with Cast It Forward, we were able to have some finances where, we can restock, and it is a money maker for us. So, we like to have those shirts in stock. We need to have those shirts in stock, and we're going to have those shirts in stock. So there's been a lot of them that we're out of, and there'll be some more products coming up. We're working on some gaiters and some different things too. So,
yeah, I think after Cast It Forward, we sold out of all the common sizes. So we had like smalls and 2X. I think was the only thing we had left, or something like that. So, so those of you who have been wanting to get one and we haven't had your size, it's a matter of probably next week we'll have them up on the store, right?
I would think. Yeah, I would think so for sure.
Yeah. Sweet.
And, just to plug in I actually only started wearing the solar type shirts maybe a couple of years ago, but I will kind of plug that they are definitely well worth it. I wish I had started wearing them earlier in terms of just keeping, sun and bugs off you. It's really great. And it's obviously gets really hot here in South Carolina in the summer. And I wear, the hoodies or even just a regular long sleeve one in, the heat, the dead of the summer when it's really hot and humid. And honestly, I don't feel like it's any hotter. I don't know what you guys think. I don't feel like it's any hotter than like just.
No, they're, in fact, I mean, these shirts, they've got a seal of recommendation from the Skin Cancer Foundation. And I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff about them. They're lightweight, quick drying, cooling, odor resistant, and provide all day UPF 50 plus sun protection. And I've had so much cancer cut off of my face in the last 5 years that I wear them. And I really like this particular product.
I was going to say this. I'm glad you said that, Carrie, because like I've had a precancerous frozen off my cheekbone, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't like the hoodie." Well, it's one thing to feel like you're being tough and cool and not wanting to wear the hoodie, but ultimately the sun doesn't care. And there's a guide friend of mine recently who was posting about how he had a big chunk of his nose just cut off because he had a malignant tumor on his face. So just, y'all, whatever you choose to do, these hoodies, at least you can wear the hood and keep a lot of that sun off your face. Gives you another option. You don't have to wear it. You just keep it pulled down like in the picture. But anyway, great product, great people, great company. We thank them as a sponsor.
Absolutely.
And, if y'all are thinking about you'd like to sponsor Release Over 20, we will eventually feature your company like this as well. And it can even be another solar hoodie company. We don't discriminate. We don't have, we don't have a single category sponsor. We have multiple jig head companies. We have multiple soft plastic companies. It's just as if you went to a tackle shop, you have competing companies on the same rack. It's your choice what to buy, but we welcome any sponsors that are willing to allow us to give that stuff away to people just for doing, practicing conservation, and we'll promote you equally. So all good. So Adam, do you want to update everyone a little bit on an exciting new development we have?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been fortunate to be the recipient of some office space here in downtown Charleston, which is great. I'll have more details probably next time on the source and kind of what they're all about. But it's basically one of these kind of open floor plan, shared collaborative workspaces with offices along the wall. And it was donated by a local restaurateur who houses a bunch of other nonprofits in the space, largely nonprofits in the space. And it's a really cool setup. They have a lot of good technology in terms of like video, and they even have look like a pretty sophisticated podcast booth and a number of meeting rooms, and just a great, like I said, collaborative space where all these nonprofits are working together. So we've been fortunate to be granted access to that on pretty much a whenever we want basis. So we're really excited about that, and actually have our first meeting coming up there next week. So we're definitely looking forward to that. On the other fronts, real quick, we're largely through setting up a lot of our financial kind of infrastructure in terms of bookkeeping and accounting, things like, and kind of how we're going to do the transactions. So again, not very exciting, but we're just about done with that. Once that's complete, then we'll work on. I'll narrow down and probably select a CRM for housing all of our data and donors and users and all that other kind of stuff, which will really be the foundation of how we build out, to hopefully get a lot more, grow the organization. As Kerry mentioned, we financially we're restocking a bunch of our inventory, and we also obviously got the storage space, which we secured as well. We'll have our own address as well, mailing address that, as Kerry mentioned, he'll be getting some kind of post office, probably PO box rather. And then finally, we secured our we have a 1099 contract employee to do all the mailing of the orders and mailing the giveaways. And shout out to Christina. She's has worked with Dave and the iStrike team for quite a while now. So she's also going to be doing some of those processes for us as well. So it's been great, and we onboarded her and got her going. So I think that's the bulk of the financial update.
Awesome. Thanks, Adam. I just wanted to shout out and just say how hard Adam's been working behind the scenes to do all this stuff. That's going to give us just a great foundation to work on. And yeah, like you said, if you ever bought online from iStrike and you've got your order and like faster than Jeff Bezos can get it to you, you could thank Christina for that. And we're glad to have her on board for order fulfillment and the decal shipping and all that stuff for release number 22. And so you can expect the same kind of service as you've been getting. Thank you, Christina, if you're listening. Anyway, let's move on. So let's talk a little bit about our entries this month. We had a pretty strong month. We had 266 trout entered. Trout are fattening up for the spawn, and they're eating, and that's clear in the results. We've had just a lot of entries come in, a lot of good comments on the entries. And I wanted to point out, look at the flounder number. So this is significant, I think, because we always talk about that we're changing mindsets, right? And if you get one person to sort of change their mindset and start acting and broadcasting what they're doing and why they're doing it, people will listen and they'll do the same. And, flounder's been a real uphill climb, as well as sheepshead, because they're so good to eat. And we're not saying that we don't agree with that, but we're just saying release the big ones, and let's have more trophies out there to catch, and as a result, more fish spawning and giving us more numbers in the future. And it's a complicated issue, but North Carolina, South Carolina, and flounder right now, there's a lot of headbutting, and North Carolina's got a lot of trouble with how their fisheries are managed. But one of the troubles is that they have a very, very restricted harvest for flounder right now, and unfortunately, it's very anti recreational fishermen. They have a couple weekends where it's open during the year. Right now, it's really too bad. Well, what the science says is that this is a shared resource, that these flounder move up and down the coast, or they're not really pelagic, but they migrate more or less like from north to south. And a lot of complaints in South Carolina that our declining flounder are because of North Carolina, and that I think that's maybe true in the north part of our state, but not so much true in Charleston and Beaufort and whatnot. But anyway, what we're seeing now, due to tightened regulations in South Carolina and the very tightened regulations in North Carolina, is that the northern part of South Carolina right now is having an incredible year for flounder, which is great. A lot of big ones being caught. And the picture here that you're seeing behind the screen is a friend of mine, Stephen Trainer. He's up in Myrtle's Inlet area, Myrtle Beach area. And he's been on a string of these giant flounder. That one, I think, is 25 inches. And he's choosing to release over 20 all of his flounder. And you know what? A whole bunch of other people in that area are doing the same now. And as a result, we have 16. That's a record for us, 16 flounder this month. And I want to say half of them, if not more than half, are from South Carolina, believe it or not. So, hey, man, this is like a snowball. Let's keep it rolling. I mean, let's get more and more people doing this, and it's going to really pay dividends. I truly believe it. So shout out to Stefan and all these guys in South Carolina that are leading the way for flounder. Really, really encouraging to see. I just want to call out a guy named Maverick Chestnut from South Carolina. He released a 27 plus inch flounder this month.
Wow.
So pretty awesome.
27.
Yeah, only two sheep's head, a little discouraging, but you know, sheep's head prime time is the colder months usually. So we're not surprising to see them drop off a little bit, but again, it's that snowball. We just got to keep it rolling, keep that mindset going, and hopefully we'll get those numbers up consistently too. But man, it's a great thing to see that flounder number come up, man. It's awesome. The other releases looks like Texas, North Carolina, Florida for flounder. So good job, guys. Moving on, our releases by state for April. It's great to see Virginia back in there on the throne of the kings of the release in the state of, or in the nation. And unfortunately, South Carolina's back in the fifth place like we usually are. But still, hey, South Carolina still had almost 30 releases, so that's pretty good. But good to see Virginia and North Carolina back on the swing. So
and it's probably
appreciate that, guys. Go ahead.
Still pretty cold in Virginia, right? I mean, of those states up there, it's probably the coldest in Virginia of all the states up there, right? So
yeah, but my boys up there are whacking some trout, so they want it cold. They don't want it too warm.
Got it.
Yeah. So good job, Virginia. Keep it up. Let's try to get these other numbers up. Georgia, we got to get Georgia up there. And shout out to Louisiana, because we need to get those numbers up too. So, Mississippi, Captain Kyle Johnson, he's been a huge leader down there. Shane Overstreet. There's been Patrick Garmison in Alabama. These guys are guides, and they're really being leaders down there. And these numbers are a direct result of them promoting release over 20 and just promoting, conservation. So shout out to those guys in the Gulf Coast. Angler leaderboard, we got Joshua Medel Majano. That's Kyle Johnson. I don't know everyone last names by heart here, but I could tell. I just from experience, I know who these people are. And Joshua's up there with 28 releases. That's pretty strong. So appreciate that, guys. Good job. And with that said, I want to briefly go through every giveaway, and then we'll actually do the giveaway. So, Carrie, you want to mention a little bit about so Carrie picked all these this for the second month in a row, and I thought maybe just kind of give a few mentions on why you chose what you chose and whatnot. So.
Well, I think it's the bottom sweeper jigs for for sheep's head is a pretty obvious thing, but the guys that fish for sheep's head, they're not just fishing just for sheep's head. We all go after the three trout, redfish, and flounder, and then if you want to go after sheep's head, you do that. But I mean, we've got some guys that go after sheep's head, but I just tried to make it. First of all, it's really exciting because I got to have all this stuff in my hands for the first time instead of picking it off of what we have in inventory. So it's a lot more fun for me to pick what goes with the giveaways, and so what you're seeing right here is kind of based more towards sheep's head for the sheep's head stuff that we have. Same thing with the flounder. Flounder fishing and trout fishing and redfish fishing are pretty much the same.
Yeah, that John Yacht mug is pretty cool.
Oh yeah. You
got some leader from Florida Fishing Products. I think everyone has a drum spots playing card this month.
Probably so. And then the Carolina boat scrub that you see right here, they're a pretty unique company because everything about them is eco-friendly. I mean, you can pour that stuff in the ocean. It's not going to hurt anything. It's all very eco-friendly. And I personally haven't got a chance to use it, but I was able to give some away at the Cast It Forward, and I've heard back that the guys that got it really like it. And they also make a gnat repellent, mosquito repellent kind of a thing too. That's all eco-friendly.
Yeah, people might be surprised to know that we don't actually often have a personal experience with these products because we don't keep any for ourselves. We buy them. Usually what happens is we see it and we're like, oh, that's awesome. I'm going to buy some of those.
That's exactly right.
That's I've never tried the boat wash either, but I really want to get some. So
yeah, me too.
And then we have the Trout Giveaway.
It's your same old suspects. I try to mix it up so that I don't have everybody. I don't have the same people giving the same merchandise every month. So I try to mix it up. And, it's interesting because you get to try different lures this way. You get to try different soft plastics, and, there's a lot of things there that I haven't tried that I want to try. So, and now that I got my hands on them and I'm able to actually open a drawer and look at them, it's fun because they're well made. All of this stuff is just exciting to me. And overall, I mean, this is just a pretty cool little giveaway right here. I mean, when we give away shirts, you never know what size, I don't know what size the guy is going to win it, but he can always give it to his wife or his dad or whatever if it doesn't fit him or doesn't fit her. So
it's got a pretty cool striper.
It's a great. I went striper fishing yesterday morning, and we caught about 30. Yeah, we caught about 30 stripers in Cross, South Carolina.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a great print. There's another one too. I think it's a sheep's head that we've got left.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So this one we're going to do, we're just going to pick from everyone. The other ones are species dependent, but then we're going to throw them all together and just pick a random winner from everyone for this one. So you guys ready to go ahead and pick it?
Yeah.
All right. Let me share my screen here. Hold on a second. Okay. Random.org. We're going to start with sheep's head. We have a 50-50 chance of winning. Pretty damn good odds. How about that?
It is good odds.
And that's like what, a $75 gift pack?
It is.
Roughly. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and set it. between 1 and 2. And same way I always do it. I'm gonna roll 3 times. Third time's the winner. Okay. First one is 2. Second one is 2. Third time is 1. Okay. And that is Connor Perlinsky from South Carolina with a 25.5-inch sheep's head, giant. So congrats, Connor.
So
shout out
so
South
Maverick
Carolina.
lost.
What's that?
You said so Maverick had the 27-inch sheep's
No,
head?
that's a flounder. We're gonna pick that.
Oh,
next.
it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Who is the other sheep's head entrant?
I'm not even gonna say. I'm gonna break his heart.
Oh, really? You know, because if we only have 2 next time, we should get them both on here, and they could do like rock, paper, scissors.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Maybe, we don't want 2. We want
more than
20.
2 for sure.
Yeah. Okay, next one is going to be flounder. We got 16 people, and we're going to roll 3 times. Everybody ready? Here we go. First one is 2, 13, and the winner is 16.
Wow.
And that is Blake Tessitore from Texas with a 20-inch flounder.
Texas.
Congrats to Blake. Good job. Okay, and then next we have trout. We have 266 entries for trout. I don't know if you all noticed last week, but we had a 2-time winner of trout, which is that guy ought to go and buy a lottery ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Was the captain out of Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. Okay, here we go. Rolling. First time is 198, 34, and the winner is 167, which is Michael Phelps from Virginia with a 23-inch trout. Congrats, Michael. And now we have it overall, and we have 284 people overall. And I'm going to roll for that last one with the print and everything. 62, 117. The winner is 40, which is probably a trout. Yep, that is Jason Benavides from Texas with a 21-inch trout. So congrats, Jason. So we had 2 Texans and a Virginia and a South Carolina winning this month. So I will reach out to these people and confirm the addresses. We'll box everything up, send it out. And the May contest is underway. We're 3 days into May. We've already got a bunch of entries. Keep them rolling. Eventually you're going to win. It's a matter of time and luck and statistics. But keep entering your fish, and we'll keep it rolling. Carrie's going to work like crazy and get us a ton of more sponsors and more stuff, and we'll get more and more bigger prizes to give away and all that. So did you want to mention about the kayak, Carrie?
Yeah, we're getting ready to take, was it May the 12th, I believe, is we're getting ready to take ownership of that kayak that was given to us from the manufacturers out of Fletcher. Really excited about that. We don't know exactly what we're going to do with it, but it's a $2,600 gift, basically. And
donation.
Pardon me?
Donation, yeah.
Donation. Yeah, donation.
Yeah.
So excited about that. We'll update you guys certainly next giveaway. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of, we're working on YouTube channel for Release Over 20. We're working on Instagram, or not Instagram, but TikTok for Release Over 20. And we've got some ideas in the works for that. And hopefully that's going to be part of, getting kicked off with those 2 things, just taking that kayak, receiving it from Ty. So
I feel like thanks to all of Adam's hard work with Sarah, and we're closing in on getting like our base set, and then that means we're going to start being able to do a lot of cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that you should be seeing that hopefully in the next, I'm guessing around summertime we'll start being able to really get off and running. But appreciate everybody's patience while we're starting a new business and doing all the boring stuff that behind the scenes to give us a good foundation. I honestly wish I'd done all that starting Eye Strike. We'd be in a lot better shape than we are today.
Well, you know, David, just
We're
to
gonna
hit
have-
on that right there, just seeing your office, you know, and it looks so much better right now, but just seeing the boxes piled up. in
No,
your
it looks
office
like crap.
and it's so
Embarrassing.
I'm just so pleased with how tidy things are at the storage unit. I mean, everything's got its place. I mean, it's just really
Yeah.
nice.
I'm so glad that you were able to take that over and treat it how it need to be treated.
Yeah, so I'll be reaching out to some of these folks that you know, that we're getting low on things, and then I'll be reaching out to other folks, and if there's some people out there that would like to, you know, be part of the giveaway, we don't ask for a lot, but and we don't, you know, we don't try to make it a burden on anybody, but we try to make it exciting and grow this whole venture really. So,
Yep. Any last words, Adam?
No, just thanks everyone for participating and being a part of this. Keep the entries coming, and like Kerry and Dave were just saying, we're hoping to really incentivize everyone to keep the entries coming, and we're going to do everything we can to get a lot of this really cool sponsor merchandise and gear out to everyone that participates. So we really appreciate it, and keep up the good work.
yep, thank you all.
All right. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Carrie, and thanks everyone for participating. And we'll be back here at the beginning of June. Do another giveaway.
Sounds good.
All right. Signing out, everyone. Take care.
Good night.
Good night.